All right. Hello, guys. Welcome again to our fifth session. Today, we are going to be doing outstanding activities in order to increase your grammar learning about the different content units from this period. The favor, as always mentioned at the beginning of the workshop, is to actively participate and not be afraid of making mistakes because this course is quite important and moreover are more important making mistakes here than when making evaluations. All right. I will be putting uh, moments in order you to ask for any clarification, and the aim of this session is to you to take advantage, to enjoy it, and to have fun too. At the same time, you learn a little bit more about the different grammar content units. So I'm going to be presenting my document, and we begin. All right. Good. There we have it. Can you see? Can you see the presentation, friends? Let me know. All right. All right. Let's move ahead though. Therefore, the agenda for today, uh, welcoming Horace, welcoming for you, and we are going to be doing the lively outstanding activities with a different approach today in order to increase your learning. All right. The didactic objective: by the end of this workshop, students will be able to accurately apply modal verbs and their passive equivalents to express rules, deduce past events, and evaluate past decisions, demonstrating the ability to shift the grammatical focus seamlessly between the agent and the action itself. Right? The learning path, we're going to be doing or working with models of visibility in the past, making speculations and conclusions about the past, the passive voice, and the passive with models, right? That's the learning part for today. But before, I got a model quotation for you, friends, because as you as you already know, your career is full of values, right? Not only knowledge, not only grammar, not only everything, but also values, right? So you gotta be there in front of your students, not only teaching your subject, but also how to behave in society, right? Therefore, the model quotation for today says, the job of an educator is to teach students to see the vitality in themselves. I need 4 volunteers. I need 4 comments. Uh, Share with us if you agree, if you have any comment, experience, anything related to this model quotation. I need 4 of you. Yes, go ahead, my friend.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, I agree with the quote. In my opinion, this quote means that teachers help students discover their potential and value, and an educator does not only teach subjects like math or English, right? A good teacher also inspires students to believe in themselves and their abilities. Sometimes students feel insecure or think they are not good enough. but teachers can motivate them to continue learning and improving. I think education is very important because it can change a person's life and future. For me, a great educator is someone who teaches with patience, understanding, and patience too, and helps students become better people every day. So I agree.
All right. Thank you very much, my friend. Marlon, go ahead, mister. And then Irvin.
Yes. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
I agree with with the phrase or the quote. I definitely believe that as teachers, we have a big job in helping students to find themselves. I believe that it's really important to help the kids or teenagers to find their potential because a lot of times they don't really believe in themselves or love themselves, you know. So as teachers, we need to find a way so that we can help them to find their skills
Mhm.
and a way to show their talent and to like make their potential to their fullest extent. So yes, I agree with the phrase.
All right. Thank you very much, friend. Irvin?
Yep, and I agree with Marlon and Andrea as well. So I think that being an educator, it's not about, well, as I always say, it's not about being perfect, but it's about having the ability to help others and to inspire others. I think a good, like educator inspire others, and and that's a great thing. I think.
All right. Thank you, Irvin. I think I need one more. Only one more. Anyway, yes, one more. All right. Um, yes. All right. Let me just share with you my personal experience by teaching. Basically, I love what I do. I've been doing this for almost 10 years now. I've been teaching this beautiful area of English with many, many students levels from basically kindergarten to college students. And the experience is great. Experience is great. Students are not the same. Uh, Personally, I believe that uh, people there at classrooms, right, teaching any subject, uh, got a tremendous effect on society because basically you're not basically only teaching your subject, but also teaching your students to basically how to behave in society in the future. You're basically teaching them to solve problems. You're basically teaching them or inspire them to take serious action in their lives because their decisions are gonna have an effect on them in the future. Therefore, our job is quite important in society, and well, in my case, I find my place here in this country. Uh, you gotta find your way through. You up to this point, you don't know if your career gonna put you maybe in a different country teaching teaching English or teaching here. You don't know up to this point. You gotta find it out. The model, I will say that if you just put everything of you on your professional preparation, you gotta receive. You gotta receive it with an advantage in the future. All right, let's move ahead because we are basically running out of time and time is limited today. But thank you for the one who participated, right? Now, I just want to show you a clip. I I know, friends, that you took time to learn about models and all those stuff. I already know it, but I would like to share a different aspect of models. And I will show you a clip, YouTube clip, and you're gonna tell me what you understand about it. All right? Just pay closer attention to the clip and you'll tell me, right, your thoughts. Good. Let me just set up the video for you, friends. All right. I think so.
It's the best job I've ever had. But I do have a soft spot for my first job. Back in the 90s, when I worked at a local fast food restaurant. In fact,
What
I
happened?
remember it like it was yesterday.
Sorry. Sorry for the inconvenience. Sorry. All right. Let me go again. All right. Better. All the screen. All right. All right.
I love hosting this show. It's the best job I've ever had. But I do have a soft spot for my first job. Back in the 90s, when I worked at a local fast food restaurant. In fact, I remember it like it was yesterday.
There you have it. Got the point? Got it? All right. I need comments about it. Yes, go ahead, my friend. Yeah, great
Okay,
shot.
okay. What I understand about the video, it's very funny, but it teaches that it's very important to know the modal verbs. The guy that tell the other guy that his grammar is bad. It's because he didn't use may. He used can, and the difference is that may we use may to ask or do well, actually to ask in a way, in a polite way. For example,
Like,
may I go to the bathroom? May I go to the bathroom? No, may I go to the bathroom? Or may I take your order? Because can is used when we have that ability and we are capable of doing that. So that's why it's very important, the modal verbs. And when to use can, could, might, should, may, because every one of them it's used for for a specific situation.
all right. Thank you very much, Carlos. Irving?
I agree with Carlos as well. So I think that it's essential that knowing the modal verbs because in a professional way we need to use them. Maybe the other guy, like mentioned can I. So maybe we can use for communicate with friends or people we know, but in a professional way, it's like better to use the right grammar, right?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Thank you, friend. Andrea?
Well, I think the video teaches us that we need to be careful with the way we speak because communication is very important, right? The customer became very angry because the supervisor used incorrect grammar and was not polite. The video is funny, but it also shows that grammar and good manners can change the way people feel during a conversation. In my opinion, speaking clearly, respectfully, and correctly is important, especially in customer service jobs.
All right. Yes. Yes. Andrea, people haven't issue any way pronouncing your second name?
Yes, people usually do that. Yes.
I'm afraid, right? That's Brigitte or Brigitte.
Yes, it's Brigitte, but
Brigitte.
they say like uh Brigitte or Brigitte. I don't know, but
All
they do very frequently.
right. All right, people. Thank you, Andrea. Any other opinion, experience with models? This video is awesome. If you would like to watch it again, or taking a time to maybe watch it after the workshop, I will share it. All right, there we go. Good. Yeah, basically, you all hit the nail, friends. Uh, when basically speaking or writing and addressing people, you got to be careful with. I mean, how do you address in a conversation? Because models basically they're supposed to be models, right? Models, modality, or being polite, right? The expression "Can I take your order?" will sound here like in our country, "¿Qué va a querer?" Right? Will sound a bit rude if you're basically talking to an adult or someone you basically don't know, right? That's why it do exist a wide variety range of models in order to soften the message you're basically going to express. All right. Good. And thank you for the one who participate. Let us continue. All right. Now, would you share with us what you consider to be the most important or interesting aspects from the topics covered in these different units? Anything relevant you learned, anything new, or something you basically learned a lot? You maybe you enjoy learning a bit, or maybe you uncover something new and wow, you basically shocked yourself. Any comments? I think our grammar conversation will lead to the passive voice, because from the content units, I will say that the passive voice is the one more complex, right? But tell me, what do you consider is the most important or interesting aspects from these grammar content units? Yes. Hello, hello.
For me, it was interesting about the topic of making speculations and conclusions and learning about how to differentiate so that you can, I mean, make it sound like you are making a conclusion or that you are just, thinking that is something speculation.
All right. Thank you very much, my dear friend. What about ladies? What ladies learn during this period? And also, right? Something you basically didn't get it well, or something you think you need extra explanation. Please be my guest. Need to help. Or you got everything done. Uh-huh. Let me know.
Well, from my side, I would say, oh, sorry.
All right, Irving. Go ahead, mister. And then
No, ladies first.
who was going who was going to talk besides Irving? All right, Carla. Carla's
Yes,
here.
I'm sorry. Yes. Okay. For me, I really find it interesting the passive custody because it's like when we talk about that someone that's something for us.
Uh-huh.
It's like, for example, I got my hair done or I get my hair cut. So, but at the
All right.
for me, yes, and also it's really difficult for me the topic that were the conclusions. I yes, and that's it.
All right. Would you repeat the topic, the difficult topic for you?
The speculations
The
and the
speculation.
conclusions.
All
Yes.
right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Thank you very much, Carla. Irving. Oh, I think he's out. All right. All right. Let's move ahead. So, guys, would you, in this time, help me to answer this question by using models, right, in a wide variety of range? With the question, is social media good for society? You can even make suggestions, um, maybe positive or negative suggestions by using the topic, right? Is social media good for society? What do you think about it? Maybe something you think society need to change or not to do or warn to others? All right, Marlon, go ahead.
I think social media might be good for society when it comes about connecting with others around, the world, or just to communicate simple messages.
Mhm.
But it should be, let's say, regulated by the same people, because a lot of the times people is, should not sorry, should not spend too much time there, because they might miss on other things, let's say life itself, or with their responsibilities. So
Mhm.
yeah, I think that is important, but it should be regulated.
All right. Thank you, Marlon. Andrea?
I agree with Marlon. I think social media can be good for society because people can communicate more easily and stay connected with friends and family. It can also help students to learn and share information quickly. However, people should use social media responsibly because too much time online might affect mental health and real life relationships. We
Mhm.
could use social media for education, business, and positive communication, but we shouldn't depend on it all the time.
All right. Thank you very much. Rafael? Was? Rafael?
Thank
All
you,
right.
teacher. Um, in my opinion, social media um, has has great benefits of entertainment
Mhm.
and research, for example, and it helps us stay connected with loved ones and communicating with other people too. But we must be careful. Using too much is risky, and without a critical mind, people can be negatively influenced by what they see.
All right. Thank you, friend. Thank you very much. All right. Let's move to the more practical area, and believe me, you're going to enjoy some activities that I have just prepared for this session. But right now, friends, we're gonna cover uh, an easy task, which is meant to uh, evaluate, right, the different uses of model verbs, right? Uh, Let me just prepare the activity. All right, here it is. All right, would you maybe use a sheet of paper and a pen or pencil in order to type your answers and evaluate while the video is going on? All right, is clear? You'll be watching a video, and you're gonna. I mean, the video is gonna be putting uh, items which you are meant to select the best model verb, right? So you gotta just maybe type, or you can even share your answers in the chatting box there. You just type the answer, and that's the task dynamic. All right. Let's begin. Grammar quiz about models, verbs. Ten seconds. Ten seconds are enough, or would you stop? Would you want me to stop the video? 10 seconds are enough, friends? All right, all right, all right. Let's continue. Oh, sorry about the commercials. These advertisements. All right, let's continue. All right, it might rain later. Yen was so tired, she I could play tennis when I was younger. Sure. Hmm. Good. Did you mind the past? This is impossible. Degrees uncertainty. Must be a mistake. All right. Slippery. Soup. Nice. will probably spend holidays with my family. It will rain, I think. Possibility. With your mind. Coming up. On advice. You must get some rest. Should have tried harder. Abilities, right? Abilities in present. She can run and swim very well. Has been studying for the test very. She must pass it for sure. Ooh. You take care of my dog for the day. Sure. That's an advice. Don't be late. That's an obligation, right? Must be there on time. Obligation. I'm gonna die. Obligation to. I must need so much. Kids. I'm trying to explain that. Shouldn't. Can't. You have such a beautiful voice. Can this that's like an ability and an offer, right? Can you sing for us? And I think, all right. All right. All right. Tell me, tell me, how did it go? All right. All right. I think models too, when basically when you are gonna face an evaluation, it only needs to on basically understand the context, the different contexts of a sentence in order to select the best model verbs in this particular situation, right? Thank you very much. And without wasting time, so now let's begin our work today. And the activity for unit 15, right? The second activity for unit of models and similar expressions is called extreme survival. Here, friends, you are going to share with me a very nice responses, right? Try to be creative. The dynamic goes like this. You are going to imagine that you have crashed or landed on a desert island or an unknown planet. And by using this list of random objects, will be a mirror, a duct tape, a piece of chewing gum, a broken umbrella, a jar of peanut butter, a magnifying glass, a long USB charging cable, or a deck of playing cards, you, friends, are going to create a survival manual establishing rules and possibilities. You must use a variety of models. Must, have to, can, could, shouldn't, add and allow to, or any other you consider. The activity is open, right? To any type of idea, any type of participation. And I got an example for you. We must build a shelter before it gets dark, and we could use the tape to fix the tent, right? So basically, what you got to use, you maybe you can speak, you can go orally by using your micro, or you can even type your answer in the chatting box. So I will read it for all, right? Let me just clarify it again. You're going to imagine that you're crashed or landed on a desert island or an unknown planet. And the random objects available are a mirror, a duct tape, a piece of chewing gum, a broken umbrella, a jar of peanut butter, magnifying glass, a long USB charging cable, and a deck of playing cards. With these objects, you are going to create a survival manual, right? By using the model verbs, right? We're basically reviewing now. An example, we must build a shelter before it gets dark. We could, right? Or we can use the tape to fix the tent. Got it? So you can, as I said before, you can go orally or sharing your answers in the chatting box. All right? When you're ready, let me know. It's clear. It's clear, friends? All right. All right. Try to use imagination. Try to use funny manual rules, right? And do it the most creative as you can, as possible. All right. All right. So if you're ready, break a leg. All right. Be my guest and share with us your survival manual. I didn't. I didn't give you a number of rules, so you can create the ones you consider. Maybe three, maybe five. Is open, right? All right. All right. All the directions are in the chatting box. All right. So everybody can have it and actively participate with this activity. All right. So as I said before, if you're ready, break a leg, friends. All right. That's all right. All right, people. I would like to listen or hear your survival manual. Lea, Rafael, Irving. Sí. Carlos, Gabriela, Helen, Marlon, Samara, and Rafael. All right. All right. Go ahead, Carla.
Okay, so the first one, it could be we must find or create fresh water within 24 hours. We could use the mirror and the magnificent glass to build a solar steel. And the second one, it
All
could
right.
be we shouldn't eat any unknown fruit or mushroom. And the third one, it could be we shouldn't stay in direct sunlight without a hat. We can use the broken umbrella as a sunshade.
All right. Very creative. Thank you. Thank you, Samara. Carlos, be my guest.
Yes, and we must build a shelter before night comes. We could use the broken umbrella and duct tape to protect ourselves from the rain. The deck of playing cards can be help us stay calm and
Mhm.
entertained. And we have to stay together at all times.
All right. Thank you very much, Carlos. Andrea.
Well, we're allowed to use the USB cable as a rope or to tie things together. We must check if it's strong enough. Also, we could use the card to stay calm and reduce the stress. We shouldn't waste time fighting. We can use them for entertainment. We can use the mirror to reflect sunlight and signal for help. And we could use the duct tape to fix broken things or build a shelter. We must keep it safe because it is very useful. And that's it.
All right. Thank you very much, my friend. Marlon.
Yes, you could use the mirror to create flashing lights to find others. You can use the duct tape as a bandage. You can use a piece of chewing gum in case the duct tape is fully used.
Mhm.
You can use a broken umbrella to catch some water if needed. You can use a jar of peanut butter to save some food. You can use a magnifying glass to create fire. A long USB charging cable as a rope, and you could use the deck of playing cards just to entertain yourself.
All right, friends. Thank you very much. Entertainment. All right. Any other participation? All right. Good. In the next activity, friends, I'm going to need the ones who haven't talked too much today in order to have a balanced participation setting here. All right. The next activity is called the Regret Clinic. This activity, friends, is aimed to review the Unit 16, which is admissibility in the past. All right. Or, of course, by using modal verbs. Um, that's quite important because, as you know, modal verbs basically help us to talk in past too, right? Uh, right after taking or completing the activities, right, that are meant to increase our knowledge, we're going to be reviewing too the some important aspects like tips, grammar tips, in order to write to have more grammar perspective about it. All right, good. Now, what's this activity about, friends? Think and share to the class what people should have done differently by using should have. How to an example. You shouldn't have tried a new recipe. You ought to have ordered a nice food from a restaurant. So in this activity, I am going to be sharing with you chaotic scenes or situations that you are going to try to fix, right? By using the expressions and disability in the past, right? I shouldn't have, ought to have, right? This one. Let's take a look to the first one. Yesterday, I invited my boss over for dinner. I tried to cook a new YouTube recipe. Everything burned, and we ended up eating cold pizza. So try to fix, my friends, try to fix this chaotic situation by using shouldn't have or you ought to have. This is so chaotic situation, right? Everything burned, and we ended up eating cold pizza. All right. You can even go orally or by sharing your advices in the chatting box. Be my guest, people. Be my guest. My guest. All right, Carla, be my guest.
Okay. You shouldn't order pizza because it's not healthy for you. No, it's not healthy. So you have to cook. You have to cook. No. I'm sorry. You have to make a salad. Maybe.
All right. Maybe salad will be so easy to cook, right?
Yes, it will be more
It
easy.
will be easier. All right. Thank you, Carla. Marlon.
Well, I would say I shouldn't have tried to cook something that I didn't know. I ought to have cooked something that I was good at cooking. Let's say I also shouldn't have ordered pizza. I could have ordered uh, a a different kind of meal, like. Mhm,
All right.
mhm.
All right. Thank you, Marlon. Carlos.
Okay, I should have cooked something differently that I knew how to cook. Second, I ought to cook something that I cooked for a lot of years.
All right. All right. Thank you very much. Yeah, because and this is so real, friends, because basically people have troubles in in the kitchens, right? Basically, people do not know how to cook food, right? And logically, they go, "All right, let's look for our something something cheaper, something less timing, right? In YouTube, and you get trouble there, right? All right. Thank you. Let's move to the next chaotic situation. I decided to cut my own hair right before my sister's wedding using kitchen scissors. Now I have a huge bald spot. This is so chaotic. So try to fix this situation, friends. Marlon.
I shouldn't have thought of myself as a barber. I should have gone to the nearest barber shop. I could I could just shave my full head and just deal with it.
All right. Maybe saving money, right?
Yeah.
All right, Carlos, go ahead. Thank you, Marlon.
Uh, I should not have been to pretend to be a to be a barber. I should have gone to the barber.
All right. All right. All right. Thank you, Carlos. Any other? Huh? What about ladies? Rafael, break a leg. Yes, go ahead, my friend. Turn on your micro.
Sorry.
All right.
Okay. Uh, I could have gone to a professional salon, but I thought I could cut my own hair with kitchen scissors.
All right. Thank you, Rafael. I think it's impossible basically to cut your own hair, all right? Not possible. Not possible to cut your own hair. What way you will do it? All right. Next, let's go to the next chaotic situation. I left my laptop on the roof of my car while I was looking for my keys. Then I drove off on the highway. Help me to fix this situation, friends. Carlos.
Okay, first, I should have not left my keys on a. Sorry, I should have left my keys in a place where I can grab them faster. And second, and I shouldn't. I should have not brought my laptop with me.
Yeah, I don't know why, but keys. I mean, we lost keys so easily, friends. Uh, in my case, I put my keys in my pocket, cause if I put it anywhere else, I basically lost them. So I always have in mind putting my keys in my pocket, right? Any other advice to fix this chaotic situation? What about ladies? Let me see. Andrea, go ahead, friend.
I left my laptop on the roof of my car while I was looking for my keys, and then I drove off on the highway. I should have checked the roof before driving to make sure nothing was there. I could have avoided the problem if I had been more careful. Now I need to stop and look for it, and I might be able to ask people along the road or check nearby places where it could have fallen. In the future, I must be more careful and always check my car before leaving.
You're right. You're right, friends. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Andrea. Helen, Gabriela. Gabriela, Irving. All right. All right. Next chaotic situation. I try to fix a leaky pipe on my bathroom by myself instead of calling a plumber. Now my entire living room is flooded. Wow. Try to fix this chaotic situation, friends. I know many people basically who do this at home. All right. Yeah.
Well, first, I should have called a plumber, and second, I should have not. I should have not been pretend to be
Mhm.
a plumber.
All right. All right. Yes. Yes. Go ahead, friend.
Almost same teacher. First, I should have called a professional immediately, and I shouldn't have tried to fix it alone.
All right. All right. Let me check the time. All right. We are 11:20. Good. So we are going to move to the next section, right? Unit 17, in order to take advantage of time. All right. Sorry about moving ahead abruptly, but I mean I'm trying to take advantage of time, right? So we basically cover uh, all the content units. All right. So now, friends, the unit 17, which is about speculations and conclusions about the past, right? You, right? We are going to work on the activity called the virtual detective, right? By using mystery pictures. Now, you, friends, are gonna pretend to be a detective and deduce what happened by using maybe must have, might have, could have, might have, and couldn't have, right? I'll be showing you not chaotic situation, but chaotic images. All right. So you're going to pretend to be a detective and try to guess or deduce what could have happened. An example of it: the dog must have opened the floor bag, and the owner couldn't have been home. Couldn't have been home, right? That's an example. And the expressions, as I said before, could be must have, might have, could have, might have, on sorry, and couldn't have. Right? Let's go with the first image. Right? Wow, that's chaotic way of parking a car, right? So try to deduce or guess what could have happened in this situation. Yes, that's chaotic, right? What could have happened here?
I believe the driver must have been very drunk.
All right, yes.
I think the owner of the car must have managed to find a way to park the car on the roof of his house.
All right, all right, all right. Thank you, friend. Yeah, break a leg, friend.
I think the driver must have um, lost control of the car at a very high speed.
All right. That's I believe me. That's maybe a new way of parking cars, right? In this year, 2026. That's a new way of parking cars now, right? All right. Let's take the next chaotic image. Well, oh, that's real, friends. That's real. All right, go ahead.
Okay. The cat must have made that disaster.
All right. An advice: do not allow cats at the kitchen, right? They cannot pretend they're cookers or chefs. All right. Any other advice to to fix these chaotic situations?
Maybe the cats might have eaten all the food.
All right. Yes. Yes. Thank you very much. What do you think could have happened here? I mean, in this image, is incomplete, right? So try to guess what could have happened. Yes.
Someone might have erased it or thrown something at it so it got deleted.
All right. I think the painter
Mhm.
might have got or gotten out of ink, right? In this situation, because it is incomplete, right? Right. All right. Any other advice? How to fix or deduce what could have happened here?
I think the painter could not have finished his paint.
All right. Yes. Or I think the painter should have might have gone to the bathroom while painting. All right. Good. 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 Nice. Any other opinion? Any other participation, ladies?
Maybe it could have been part of a creative style where the artist didn't want to complete everything.
All right. Um, all right. I'll try. I tried, and I expect you to get the point. Or maybe the painter might try to have a contemporary new way of painting. All right, contemporary new way of painting. All right. Let's try this one. Uh-huh. Help me out. Deduce.
The owner could have left the bathroom door open, so the dog got in.
Oh yes. This is real, right? This is so real, friends.
The dog must have been very bored and started playing with the toilet paper.
Unfortunately, right? Good. Any other? All right. What about this one? I don't know. You tell me. The deuce. What do you think could have happened here? Yes.
That man must have must have thought that it was funny to take a photo with him sitting on a rusty bike.
All right. That's a new totally way of riding your bike, right? Could you just imagine? All right. Any other participation? All right. I need one more, and we're gonna move ahead. One more.
Maybe the guy ha
Mhm.
have tried to escalate the vehicle. Maybe he thought he was cool.
All right. Thank you, friend. What about this one? A nice man on a desert. Yes, be my guest.
That one is impossible, but I would say that someone may have create that image with with AI.
All right. Creative, right? All right. Any other? Ladies? Yes.
This could have been part of a concept for a new movie.
All right. Totally agree. All right. This one with this image, ladies are going to help me out, right? Break a leg, ladies. High heels on a beach. What could have happened there?
Maybe she might have taken them off because they were uncomfortable in the sand.
All right. Yes. Yep.
Maybe the owner of those hills, she have, I'm sorry, she might have thought to be a model on the sea.
All right. That's funny. Thank you. All right. Nice, friends. I think basically feeling that these different content units about models in different aspects basically is basically strong in terms of learning. All right. So now we're going to be taking a moment to review the passive voice, right? With this one, I'm going to be putting uh, some keys of some invents, right? Some people create in a time, and you are going to express the idea by using the passive voice. Up to this point, I'm not going to be asking you about any grammar structure about the passive voice after finishing the activity. All right? So the activity is called Inventions and History Trivia. Now, as I said before, the professor will present fun facts with missing a key piece of information that students must guess by using the passive voice. Example, this popular drink invented in Atlanta in 1886. And the expression answer will be, this popular drink was invented in Atlanta. What is it? Coca-Cola. Got it? It's clear? Are we ready? It's clear? All right. All right. Let's take the first invention. This life-saving antibiotic discovered by Alexander Fleming in 1928. So you are going to structure this idea by using the passive voice and, of course, tell us what invention is referring to. All right? Be my guest.
That this life saying antibiotic uh, was created by Alexander Fleming and is the uh, penicillin.
You hit the nail. Yeah, good. One more. This famous portrait paint by Leonardo da Vinci in the 16th century. Oh, important. Um, uh, 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 if you, I mean, the student who already shared with me the answer, thank you, but I am going to be needing one student per invention. All right. So all of you can take action of this activity. All right. Good. Thank you, friends. So this famous portrait paint by Leonardo da Vinci in the 16th century. What is it? Be my guess.
In the
This
19th,
famous
sorry, in this, um, go, Andrea.
All right.
Thank you. This famous portrait was painted by Leonardo da Vinci in the 16th century and is the Mona Lisa.
All right. Thank you very much. You hit the nail. One more. This device for producing light, invented by Thomas Edison in 1879. Yes. Difficult? All right, be my guess.
In 1879, the light bulb was produced by Thomas Edison, or
All right.
invented.
All
Was
right, yeah,
invented.
the lighting bulb. Yeah. Thank you very much, my friend. Let's move ahead. This famous iron landmark built in Paris for the 1889 World's Fair. What is it? Yes, recollect. Uh-huh. Difficult? Yes. Uh-huh. Break a leg.
In Paris for the 1889 World's Fair, the Eiffel Tower was built.
All right. All
Or
right. All
Mhm.
right.
Mhm.
Mhm. Can be either way. The ones you mentioned, or you can even structure it this way. This famous iron landmark was built in Paris for the 1889 World's Fair. All right. Either way is correct. Thank you, friend. And this one, I think this one is hard. All right. I think, I consider I'll say, right? This magical book series, right? J.K. Rowling. What am I referring to? Yes. Difficult? What do you think?
This magical book series were written by J.K. Rowling. It was the Harry Potter.
Oh, Harry Potter. All right.
Mhm.
All right. All right. All right. All right. I would like to mention an important aspect of the passive voice, right? And the expression you see there, right? The expression that you basically having on your screen, you need to basically have an eagle eye over here. Maybe you can get confused, right? And with this expression, all right. But either way, you can basically notice is the object here is plural or singular, right? If it's plural, you can use where, and if it's singular, was. That's basically essential, essential to understand when using the passive voice. All right, okay, my friend. Let's move ahead. All right. I need to check the. All right, we have available 10 minutes. All right. Good. Now, for reviewing the last activity, the last content unit, which is dealing with the passive voice with models, right? I have an activity called Mayors for a Day. We are going to be fixing the city, our city, right? And you must propose formal solutions to improve the city by using the passive voice with models. And examples can be must be done, should be improved, and can be solved. This is the grammar structures, right? That are pretended to use by fixing or giving solutions to fix the city. Example: more trees must be planted in the center. Cars should be banned on weekends, and the trash has to be collected twice a day. Um, the activity, as I said before, is open. Any solutions you consider, right, uh, are gonna be like nice. All right. The list of problems in this situation are gonna be high crime, heavy traffic, dirty streets, and no parks. All right. So, friends, think about these problems: high crime, heavy traffic, dirty cities, and no parks. Someone's gonna help us. All right. Recollect, friends.
Sorry, the verbs that we want to use. Sorry, I couldn't
All
see
right.
them.
No problem. The expressions or structure is this one: must be done, should be improved, or can be solved. Example,
Thank you.
yes, more trees must be planted in the center. Cars should be banned on weekends, and the trash has to be collected twice a day. This is an example, right? All right. The problematic is this one: high crime, heavy traffic, dirty cities, and no parks. Got it? Okay. So this is the city that you are going to pretend to fix. Would you give me solutions by using the passive voice and modal verbs at the same time? Take a moment to think, right? Take a moment. You can basically see a chaotic city, right? Uh, Violence, high violence over there, pollution, crime. So you guys gonna pretend to fix the city. What will be the solutions? Maybe an example. Uh, if you can see basically your image, uh, there is a persistence, right? And a lot of police, right? Therefore, maybe people is not happy. So, a solution will be more solutions to the problems, the different problems of this city should be proposed by the government, maybe. That's an example. All right, break a leg, friend.
I ought to open a space for a conversation to listen to their demands so that an agreement for a resolution can be reached.
Mhm. All right, yes. Yes, break a leg. High crime must be reduced. All right, all right, all right. Yes. Let's see. All right. By increasing security and police presence, the fire and accidents should be controlled immediately to avoid more damage. City streets must be cleaned every day to keep people safe and healthy. The protest should be to listened to because people's voice need to be heard. All right, thank you, Andrea. All right, right. All right. Any other opinion? Any other participation? Oh, huh? Any other opinion? What happened? I think it's not that maybe. All right. All right. Any other participation, friends? All right. All right. All right. All right. So I'll giving you some grammar tips about the different content units we covered today, right? Somebody can see this problem over there. Do you see any problem over there? Do you remember any grammar rule about the uses of modal verbs? Recollect.
Yes. Well, as far as I know, we can't use modals with. I'm sorry. We just need to use the modal with the base form of the verb.
Yes. Yes, my friend. In this particular case, when I know pretty much that we basically cover different content units that are meant for the users, in English users, to use or apply the third singular rule in present, but that's without using modal verbs, right? Without using modal verbs. Once you use modal verbs, doesn't apply here. All right. So if you basically doesn't any change if you basically using the third personal singular pronouns over there, ain't gonna apply any rule over there. The verb basically is gonna be in simple, in base form without any conjugation, anything else, right? I'm referring neither to infinitives and the third person singular rule too. All right. So if you think or thought that you can go either way, no, you better think it twice. That's grammatically incorrect. So in conclusion, the only correct sentence is this one, right? Period. Differently over here, right? Is due to the type of verb, right? People need. Could you just imagine if I do this? If I omit to, all to, right? People need drink water. You got two base form verbs over there. Grammatically incorrect, right? That's why the infinitive got to be there, present over there, right? And at the same time, if either way use sentence one or two, all have the same meaning, right? All have the same meaning. Quite important. People need to drink water. People have to drink water. Same meaning. Land needs to work. Land has to work. All right. What about this one? Must and should, right? I'm referring to the meaning and the degrees of certainty with must and should. Must, right, is very important, necessary, and you got no choice, right? No choice. Something you can't avoid. You must take an umbrella. It is raining very hard. So that's something you don't have any choice, right? You got to do it. And shoot, that's a good idea, not necessary, and you're gonna have a choice, maybe 2 or 3 choices, right? You should take an umbrella. It might rain, or it might not rain. Either way will be nice, right? Degree of certainty. This is higher certain, and this is less certain, right? Here, could you please come with us? And would you please come with us? Same meaning, right? Same meaning. And as you can see over there is the expression please is placed at the middle of a sentence in order to soften the message, right? Would you come with us? Either way, but it is a bit rude, right? And all right, this is an offer, right? What will be the answers of these offers, different offers? How do you respond to this expression? Could you please come with us? What would be the answer of it? Would anyone help me to answer? Yes, break a leg.
Yes, I could.
All right, yes. Basically, we have a wide variety range of answers, right? This one, we have 6 types of answers. Yes, of course. Certainly, I'll be glad to, I'll be happy to, and we got 2 informals. Sure, no problem, right? 6 type of answers. Take a screenshot. Take a screenshot. All right. And oh, friends, unfortunately, we are out of time right now, and I'm pretty sure that basically you are so tired now, right? Let me just stop sharing. All right. Let me just count how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. I got 5 more slides, but I would like you to invite you to maybe 15 or 20 minutes additional class this coming Wednesday. So you can increase a bit more, and once you are basically more relaxed than today. All right. So friends, thank you very much for your active participation. I basically like when students basically take a time to their learning, right? Because you're basically showing you that you have responsibility not only with this course, but also with yourselves, all right? So have a beautiful weekend, and we're gonna stop over here. See you next time. Take care. God bless you all.